So most of what we covered so far has been threat assessment, situational awareness, distance management. I see a threat coming, I avoid it. If the threat is on, I have an early defense, a late defense, or an oh crap defense. Sometimes you don't see the threat coming. Maybe you're in a crowded room, maybe somebody wishes you harm and you had no idea, right? And so a lot of times if a person comes up behind you, you're not gonna see it coming. This is where reflexes are important. I always say we don't drill until we get it right. We drill until we can't get it wrong, because in the moment, it's very important for you to be able to react correctly. So I love teaching this choke defense, because what Jesse's gonna do to me is gonna come up behind and try to rear naked choke me standing, one of the most powerful and classic chokes, something that's very common. And I'm gonna show you a throw that has the core elements of a lot of throws. Before Jesse attacks me, I'm just gonna show you the angle of what I'm gonna do. My two hands are gonna come to my neck. Whenever there is an arm that comes around your neck, you are in danger and you must address it. Never let a guy grab your neck. It's just gonna end badly. So two hands on one, elbows in tight. I'm gonna look at the ground as my drop in my base with my hips moving backward. That's gonna load Jesse's weight on me and he's gonna come over top. But it's easier to show you. So I'm here minding my own business. Hopefully I'm in base. If I'm not, I have to react correctly. If I don't react correctly, I'll show you our default when he's able to take us really by surprise in the next technique. So Jesse wraps my neck. Two hands on one come on the choking arm. My elbows come in tight. I don't want to put my head down, but I want to move my whole body so that I look at the mat, and Jesse's going to be ready to fall because my hips are going to come back and that's going to lift him into the air right over top, right? And I maintain my roll control. I'm going to do that slower this time at a different angle just to sort of show you where the lift comes in. But that's what the choke looks like when somebody grabs you. You have to be ready to go and just drop in base. And you notice how, although I am tilting forward, my spine is staying straight, which is gonna enable me to keep good posture. So I'm minding my own business, maybe getting ready for downtown sounds. I grab inside. If you can't this is your ideal hook grip, right? We're grabbing two hands on one. If we can't get that, we're just gonna go into the throw. My elbows come in tight, and I'm gonna drop in base with my hips backward. And you see how easy it is for me to lift Jesse. So that's sort of what it looks like. At speed, you're ready to fall.
Yep.
And one really important thing I'll talk about, you'll notice that I'm going straight forward and Jesse's coming right over me. Really common mistake that people make is they think there's a twist. And I'll show you why that's wrong. Because people think, well, I'm throwing him and I want to throw him this way, so I'm gonna twist this way. If I do that, that'll happen a lot of the time. Or what if I guessed wrong about what hand it was coming around my neck? What if I guessed wrong and I come here? And now, if you watch the Pat Miletich fight against Carlos Newton, this is what happens. Pat Miletich, legendary fighter, gets choked out by Carlos Newton in essentially a headlock, what they call a bulldog choke. And that sounds silly, like I guessed wrong, but weird things happen when adrenaline happens, especially if somebody comes behind trying to choke you. So one more time, Jesse comes, and this is if it goes right? Like my instincts don't fail me. Grab. My hips, once again, are what's giving me the lift, and he's coming right over top. So that's the rear choke defense, the initial one. But we're gonna continue the video, and I'm gonna show you what happens with our oh crap defense. Early defense, don't let the guy get behind you, right? So the only time this is really gonna happen is if you don't know there's a threat. You know, don't let a threat get behind you, right? If you knew he was a threat, you wouldn't have let that happen. Second, okay, cool, let's get our instincts going. But often what'll happen, because remember, it's this that makes Jesse go over as I back that ass up into him. But what if Jesse really surprises me and he pulls me backwards? Now if I try to do the throw, it's not gonna work. Because I'm trying as hard as I can to move Jesse's body and it's just not happening, right? So when you can't move their body, you have to move yours. And this is where, pay attention to the footwork. So as Jesse pulls me back, I'm gonna step behind him. And you see how he's off balance already. I'm not gonna throw him, I'll finish the throw in a second. But he's off balance already just by my 1-2. What I'm gonna do is, think of it like a swinging door. As he pulls me back, I step and step. You see how he's off balance already, whereas I'm able to move my foot and maintain my base. Now all we're gonna do is my knee pit comes to his knee pit, I grab my arms in tight. But he was ready pretty much to fall initially. I'll do that at speed for the third time we show the technique. So he grabbed, right? If I was on point, we would just throw him forward. But he got the drop on me, pulled me backward. Now I have to step. You see how I'm stepping with the inside of my knee coming to the inside of his knee, and I step and step. This is why it's important to keep in good posture, like posturing forward. Now, my elbow's tight, my leg kicks straight. We control position. One more time, and this time we're gonna do it all in one motion. So Jesse comes up, he grabs me before I can do it, he pulls me back. Right? It's one of those where slow makes smooth, smooth makes fast. Part of the reason that we drill things slowly and carefully is that if you want something to work right all of a piece, drill every piece individually slowly first. And then put all the pieces together so that whether you see him coming or you don't, whether you throw him over the head or he pulls you back, you still have something to do in this situation.